standing today. So a little more afternoon energy. We're gonna get to moving right away. We'll be working through a standing flow for the first portion, and then we'll later take it lower, okay? So instead of starting low, working up, we're gonna start up and work our way down, okay? So mountain pose, find yourself at the top of your mat, whichever end you'd like to face, and point those toes forward. Take some care to line up the feet and really establish them into the earth, right? So not just at the top, you're trying to draw those roots down and spreading all the way around. And as you look at the feet, I got the knees pointing same direction of toes. Hopefully those are all going forward. But check out the outside line of the foot, that baby toe side line, right? And see if you can make that line a little more parallel, okay? So you may feel that engagement through the legs track differently. It may feel a little uncomfortable, but it shouldn't feel painful or awkward if you were to bend your knees, okay? If you're coming into that, then when you bend your knees and it's not working for those feet that way, then come to a more natural stance for you, okay? So never sacrifice the joint for the muscle, okay? And then roll the shoulders forward, up, and then down the back, and maybe a couple times feels good. And really reaching them down to the earth, palms either face away or to the body. And then welcome yourself a little bit to that back body. Shifting, we got about 60% of the weight on the heels rather than moving into the balls of the feet and the toes. Breathe in through the crown of the head, extending up through the back and the sides of the neck. And exhale out through the crown of the head. Just moving the arms, inhale, they'll sweep up. The exhale will take us passing through heart center in prayer, and then right back to continue again. Inhale up. Exhale, pass through heart center and release. Inhale, add the chin, lift. Exhale, center, pass through. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, pass through. Whether the eyes are open or closed. Inhale. Exhale, pass through center. 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale, pass through heart center. This one, we're going to land with those hands at heart center. All right, pull them in. Spread the fingers. Connect the pinkies. Connect the rings. Connect the middles. Connect the index. Connect the thumb. Heel of the hands draw together, and you get this nice little energetic lift between the palms, this little rebound. And then just visualize that coming across and out through the elbows. And serving the shoulders, dropping them low, and opening up the heart. Thank yourself for showing up for you. And plant that seed of intention. Your personal mantra, the path of your personal growth, be it on the mat or in your life. When complete, release the hands, and then take a nice breath up. Open the eyes. Exhale, bend the knees, ribs to thighs, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, legs bent or straight. Exhale, bend the knees, fold. Inhale, sweep it up. Use the legs, use the feet, climb it. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's take those arms opposite the direction. Reach them forward, right? Protracting up. And then reach them forward, protracting, bend the knees down, right? Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale again, take the arms forward, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Right. Inhale, sweep the arms wide. Notice how the shoulder blades draw towards each other, retraction, right? Exhale, shoulder blades begin to retract a bit as you dive down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, full fold. Inhale, wide swoop, up. And hands to heart. Again, protraction. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, reach forward, coming down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, reach forward, coming back up. And hands to heart. Let's do one more of each. Okay, inhale, sweep wide. Exhale, dive down. Pelvis over thighs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach wide, up. Hands to heart. Again, reach forward. Reach forward as you come down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Reach forward as you lift up. Exhale, hands to heart. Balancing, right knee lifts. Find your balance here. And then step the right leg back. Hands are coming to the earth, either to the blocks or to the floor. It's a runner's lunge. Okay, lengthening out through. Long stance, but back heel, right? That back heel is rolling forward and moving forward. Awesome. We're stepping into the front leg, coming up, lift that back heel high, up, and then step it back. Okay, again, pressing off, up. If you want more support, take your blocks higher. Exhale, step back. Okay. Inhale again, up. Exhale, step back. Really finding that balance on that standing leg. The inner line of the foot is planted. Long line from big toe, right? Holding here, and then tuck the back knee in and see how coming right back up to the balance. Exhale, release. Inhale, left knee lifts. Single leg Tadasana. This long line connecting from your hip to your head, right? So that when you make this transition moving forward, taking the leg back, you're trying to keep that torso really stable. Okay, and then find your big wide stance, and then roll that back heel a little more forward. Pull the front hip a little more back. Okay. Long line of the inner line of that right foot, it's really planted, right? And then here we go, push off. Lift it high, and then exhale, step it back. Okay, again, push off, straight leg, right? So you can go definitely bend the knee as you push off. You may find more power. So if you're having a hard time pressing all off with the front leg, you can let that back knee bend and then keep it straight, lift through the heel as you come up. And then place it down. Let's do one more. Inhale up, hold it here. Okay. And then you can bend your standing leg too, bend the knee in and come on back. And set it down. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, right knee lifts. Take a pause in warrior three this time as you extend it back. So just slowing that down. And then set the hands down. Awesome. Pivot, straddle. Toes slightly turned in. Inhale, rise up. Just enough to feel. Exhale, dive down. So we're going to go over these little swan dives here. My legs are just a little bit turned in to help me access the fold. Reach forward. Reach back up. Go wide. Moving with that breath. Sweep it back up. Firming through the legs. Strong legs. Reach it forward. Reach it back up. Dive it wide. Sweep them back up. Reach to the back of the hands. One more. Exhale forward. Awesome. Reach it up. Dive it wide. And then reach it up. Beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and rotate left foot forward, bend the knee, and then right heel forward, crescent. Exhale, bring in hands down. Do you want your blocks? We're gonna come back and do the thing on the other side. Hands down, okay? Step it in, just like you did before, lift it. And then this time, can you come up off the blocks, warrior three, and then curl the back knee in, single leg Tadasana. Exhale, set the foot down. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing on the left side. Inhale, take the left leg up, lifting that knee, balancing out here. And then extend the leg back. The three. Strong through that left glute, left hip. And then when you're ready, you're gonna set it down. Nice. From here, rotating, straddle. Awesome, right elbow under left. Inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, feel them draw forward as they come down. Inhale, lift the elbows behind and you back up. Undo the arms. left under right. Inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, feel them draw forward as you come down. Inhale, elbows draw forward as you lift up. And release, breath in. Let's take the hands behind the back in some fashion. They can be apart, they can be hooked, they can be grabbed, okay? Forward. And then reach up through the fingers, upper spine, lift up, look up. Nice, exhale forward. Pelvis over thighs, long, long, long. Arms over. And then reaching back through the fingers, lifting up. Awesome. All right, pivot that right foot back to the top. Lift the back heel, rotate the hips forward. Hands can come down, floor or blocks, and then you're stepping up, warrior three, up. Hands coming up, chest lifting, and then back knee tucking in, single leg Tadasana, release it down. Nice. Inhale, sweep the arms. Putting it together, exhale, reach forward. Awesome. Reach forward as you come up. Exhale, sweep them down. Inhale, wide swoop, lift the chest. Exhale, reach forward, coming down. Hold here in a half lift. And then as you exhale, step back with the left leg. Awesome. Stepping back with the left leg here, we're going to go ahead and bring the blocks inside, rotate back to that straddle. Okay. And then here we're going to work for some side lunging here. So bend the left, the left leg, the one that stepped back. I bend in the left leg. Take the blocks over that way. And if you want to extend them out. Try to get your hips dropping lower and behind you. Inhale, come back. And then exhale, bend the right leg, okay? And then from here, let's begin to angle out and reach out. And then exhale, come back. Pivoting, top of the mat, stepping the feet together. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Nice. Inhale, sweep the arms wide. Exhale, reach them forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands down, step back with the right leg. Awesome. Pivot again, straddle out. Bending the right leg. Take the blocks and bring them through, if you can, through the legs, back behind you. Hands to them, and then rock onto the left heel. And then come on up. Sweeping over to the opposite side. Hands coming through and behind you, fingers facing away. Blocks make it really accessible, bringing that ground up so you can rock onto the right heel. And then up. Awesome. Pivot back to the top of the mat and step the feet together. Inhale, half. Exhale, full. Inhale, wide, swoop up. Keeping this going, exhale, lengthen down. Inhale, half. Exhale, hands plant, right leg steps back. Set the back heel down. We're going to come up for warrior one this time. Warrior one. Heels may either align or be as wide as hip distance apart. Taking the hips as much as you can around, thinking about shoulders squaring over the hips, whether that's a little bit off to the angle, warrior 1.5. Or if you'd like to add more rotation in the upper body, you can take the chest all the way forward. The hips, we're not going to overly crank them. They're going to end up where they end up. Inhale, the arms come up. Exhale, bend the elbows, open the heart. Nice. And then we're going to come in and out of this. We're working stability in the lower half. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, open the heart, cactus. Inhale, pull the ribs in, lengthen out. Exhale, elbows bend back. Nice. Inhale, pull in, lengthen out. Exhale, elbows bend back. Let's do one more. Inhale, lengthening up. Try not to move those legs. Exhale. And then inhale, this time lengthen out the front leg. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, like you did before, you're gonna lift the back heel, pivot as you come into crescent, front knee bends, okay? And then inhale, straighten the front leg, draw the back heel down, pyramid, Okay, we're working transition here. Use the hands as much as you need. Inhale, coming up onto the ball of the foot, pivot the back heel as you bend the front knee. And then really press that front leg straight, lifting up ball of the foot, heel down. Again, inhale up, exhale, hold here. Hold here. Right hand stays down, floor blocker height, opening up, twisting to the left. And again, staying strong on the inner line of that left foot. Nice. Exhale, rotate the left arm. Let's bring it behind the back. Maybe gazing over left shoulder, finding a little more depth in that twist. Nice. And then undoing, coming all the way up and around, pushing back towards the pyramid and then take it to your straddle. So rotate around and then let's come up, flipping to the opposite side. You now have your right leg leading, the left foot behind, okay? And from here, we're gonna come into our warrior one. So spiraling that back heel down, right? Bringing as far forward as you can with the chest. Strong anchor leg to lift up. Front knee stays bent, and then again, the arms are coming up. All right, so here we are. I'm gonna pick up the front hip bone, stabilizing through the legs. Breathe it in, and then exhale again. Press the elbows back, open up, little back bend. Shoulder blades, right, are retracting as the elbows go low. And then pull the ribs in and let those arms reach, shoulders reach. Exhale. Nice. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Right. Inhale, pull the ribs in as you come out. Nice. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. This inhale, remember, you get to straighten that front leg, probably makes the whole thing easier. And then folding over, pyramid fold. Awesome. So pyramid fold now. Front leg is straight, reaching through the ball of the front foot. We've still got a lot coming down to the outer line of the back heel. So how does that change, right? As you lift up and then bend. And then back up and down. Working this rotation of the back hip and feeling how that translates to the front hip, right? And then back. Back hip is coming around, front hip is moving back. Really trying to make the change as controlled as possible. This time as it lands, be there. Left hand is down, push and open, twist to the right. Really feeling now that front right hip pulling back. And then sweeping your way through, around, straddle out. Inhale, sweep up. Heel toe your feet a little closer together. Okay. And then we're gonna go for a wide-footed chair. Okay, so feet are wide-footed chair. That means my toes are still pointing forward. And I'm gonna sit into this wider stance chair. Okay. And then I'm gonna use this space to lower down, in. And then I'm gonna keep using this space to see if I can come down towards a squat, elbows inside the knees, okay? So this is another one. We talked about, you know, the joints and how they need to track. So as you try, right, as you wish, you can keep your hips just like they are and keep working the legs in this position and just go down as much as they can. If you want to come down to a full malasana, you may find it's just much easier to begin to turn the toes out. Okay, so you've got your options. If you want, like, if I want to go lower, I need to have a little bit of turnout. I'm just not ready to absorb that, and I don't want my joint to take it. Or I can keep the integrity of the toes forward and keep my hips in a little bit higher. Right? Depth does not always equal better pose. It's just different. What are your goals? What are you trying to achieve? Can the arms float? Can you stay with the strength of the legs? And then inhale, really root through the heels and rise up. Powerful legs. Exhale, release. Awesome. So we're gonna get a little more inner. Now turn the toes out for real, okay? Turning the toes out for real. We're gonna think about being in more of a horse stance. I'm still gonna try to get my knees and toes to track, right? But we're gonna be a supported horse stance. That means my hands are gonna be here and help me out. So my hands are helping to press the knees back. And then we're even gonna get into a little bit more as we add some rotation. Drop the right shoulder, moving it to the left, and press the right knee back. Right, this left leg is still nice and active, rotating here, and then come center and take it to the other side. The shoulder, like the right shoulder, you're twisting to the right and pressing that right arm in, should feel really comfortable. Okay, up, and then other side. Nice. Again, over, up, rotating torso, trying to keep the legs fairly stable, right? Because they're both being pressed out the whole time. Just finding this freedom, one more round, right? And left, awesome. Okay, let's again explore going low. You decide how you want your toes to point. We're gonna, maybe you need to bring the feet closer, maybe you need to turn them out, I don't know, it's totally up to you, but we're just gonna see what it feels like maybe to come down a little bit lower, or to hold exactly where you were, given the movement you've just done. 2 more breaths. Okay, root through those heels and then rise up. Ah, nice. Okay, let's take it to the top of the mat. And hopefully you're feeling pretty ready for some warrior twos, okay? So from here, we're gonna go ahead and come back to the balance we've been working on. We're gonna add a turn out of the leg. So we're gonna start with the right leg up, okay? And then we're gonna take that right leg out. Awesome. And then from here, shift it back, warrior two, okay? So you need to adjust, stand, widen, right? Do whatever you need to do, widen out, warrior two. A little trickier when we're not using the hands, so support as you need. If you prefer stepping back, hands on blocks, by all means, hands on blocks. Again, the heels are gonna line up, or in this case, you might even like your heel with the internal arch, the center arch of the back foot, right? So that's just like midline of the back foot. All right, widen out the arms as you open up to the right. And then gaze, drishti, focus turns to left middle finger. Rotate the arms, reverse, and then rotate the arms, lateral angle. All right, again, we're gonna work for our stability here in the lower half. Over, nice. Wide, forward, and across. Awesome. Down, up, and rotate, arms turn in, up. Exhale, down, and release, up. And one more, behind the back, up, and then across the body, palm behind. And then sweep it down. If you want to take the blocks, coming around, hands are coming down, you're stepping right into the right foot, 2 feet at the top of the mat, half lift. We need to do that balance as we come back and access on the left. So, left knee lifts, balancing. Left knee goes out, still balancing. And then maybe the arms are gonna help you counterbalance as you bend your front leg and step back, right? And then landing, hips centered, shoulders over hips, widen out. Equal energy back and front. Equal energy, front leg, back leg, right? And again, those feet actually are still trying to come a little bit together. Beautiful, drishti over that right middle finger, tracking the knee right in line with the toe. And then again, let's rotate the arms. Right arm up, left hand rotates in, reverse. Stability in the lower half. You're coming to meet the leg, sweep that arm across. Releasing. And breathing. And up, see if you can find a rhythm with your breath. And guess what? You can actually inhale and exhale either way. So try not to get too caught up, but connect, right? Connect. A breath. And the next half of the breath. And the breath. And the next half of the breath. And the breath. And the next half of the breath. Again. And exhale. Nice. And then all the way up, over, rotate, rotate. Hands coming down. And then facing, stepping into the left, right leg lifts. 2 legs, top of the mat. Inhale, half. Exhale, full. Inhale, sweep it up, reach it up. Exhaling, hands to heart. Adding on the tree balance, we played with this last night. I think that was last night. Come on up, knee up, leg out. Now lift the knee higher, foot inside the thigh. Landing here. And then really solidify that strength of your inner left leg, inner left leg, inner left foot. Inhale, pick it up, and now cross it to the front, figure four. Single leg, figure four, and then lift right on up. So don't need to go to the maximum. We're playing with transitions today, and then up. Right? Do you like your arms coming forward more and releasing? Do you like them sweeping out more and releasing? And then come to one that you can hold. Depth is totally up to you. So I really like blocks of this one. My favorite is actually the wall, but blocks are gonna help, at least for me, allow me to sit deeper. I've still got more weight on my heel, my standing leg, regardless of where it looks like my knee is going. I know my foundation is my heel, not my toes. I'm getting small in here as my knee will allow, as my right hip will allow. And if you want to then reach the arms out here, you can. Holding, 3, 2, nice. Lift up and then set the right foot outside the left leg. Nice wrap legs as best as you can. The feet are lining up, facing forward. Okay, whatever can get going on there. Okay, hands to the hips, forward fold. Shoulders draw back. Think of this as cobra lifting you up. Awesome. Take a nice breath here. Exhale, forward fold. Tilting the tail up, spilling forward. And then again, cobra, lifting up. One more, exhale, forward fold. We're gonna hold it here a little bit. And you've got all sorts of options for your arms. Right? The first one, of course, is to come down and find the floor. Blocks or not. I love coming to the floor first because it actually lets me get more into my feet, and with that more into my feet, then I can lift my hips higher, right? Because I'm tracking all that action through the legs. As my hips go higher, I go forward, and I get lower to the ground. And you can also make it more of a strength balance and reach those hands back, up, or overhead. And as much as you might feel like you're rounding in a bit, you still have some engagement of the back. There's still the sense of cobra, or right about to come to cobra. Balancing those inner line of the feet, and then sweep it up, up, up. Awesome. And then release. Okay. Whole shebang left side. All right. We started in Tadasana, correct? I'll go forward facing. So first, we're going to lift that left knee, strong on the right. Okay? And then press it out. There's that warrior 2 leg. And then can you lift the knee higher? The foot's already higher, up, and then in, okay? And then here we are, tree. Branches can be as you wish. The foundation is here, right? There's movement in the standing leg. There's always some movement in balance, right? I like to think of it as balancing, not balance, like it's some magical spot you hit. It's always some movement and some play, and it's learning to go with that. Okay. Awesome. Now, figure 4, up, cross over, press back, toes down. Awesome. This was our transition. Bend, right? Again, how do the arms serve you? You're sussing out, where do I like to shift my weight? How much is my knee prepared to handle, right? Can I get my hips shifting back and those arms coordinating with me? Can I find that center focus, that gaze, that space? And then the next one is to be, okay? And if your B looks just like the movement, fantastic. If your B means that you want to challenge out a little bit, again, just like we did on that wrap, hands towards the ground, help you get closer to the ground, right? And then I found some more depth for my hips, pretty happy there. You can decide how you want your hands to be. Whenever bringing the hands to the ground in any of this, I'm not just dumping, right? It's my balance. It's reminding me to keep my chest lifted. Maybe I'm shooting the arms out in front. Awesome. And then as you come up, wrap it across, okay? Balance out through the feet. Try to get those toes pointing forward. Top foot, you know, they juxtapose. They're not equal. One's in front, right? And then from here, a reminder, the hips move forward. And then the shoulders coming through Cobra lift you up. You can do that with, again, the hands, diving a little bit here, making sure that we have these escape routes, right? Whatever we're getting into, we can get ourselves out of. And then hang out, right? Hanging out. And maybe then come a little more into your toes, and then push the heels down as you lift the hips up. And opposite elbow grab, and grab behind the legs, or again, you can go for the flying. Totally up to you. If you got 2 breaths in you. And then when you're ready, lift it on up. Chest lifts, Cobra takes you out. And undo the legs. Awesome. Okay, let's widen them out, move a little bit. Return back to the top of your mat, please. I'm gonna do a little 360 here, working further into the hips. Okay, so we'll start as we did. That is right leg up, right leg out, right leg heads to tree, but then it steps back, shift forward, warrior 2. Awesome. Warrior 2 rocks us back, Skandasana, maybe high or low. We were here. And then up, warrior 2. Skandasana, pivoting now to the opposite side. Step forward, left leg up, down, all the way up. We're gonna play with adding on to that balance. And then the left knee lifts, the left knee goes out. And then again, you get this nice counterbalance, standing back. You work that in those single chairs. Awesome. Rock it back to Skandasana, see how it goes. And then up, any adjustments that you might wanna make, because this time you're pivoting. Up, and then pivot, okay? Stepping in. Inhale half, exhale full. Inhale up, right into it, right knee up, right knee out. Right foot comes towards you, and warrior 2. Skandasana 1, up. Skandasana 2, pivot, okay? This time, stepping forward, back leg lifts high, chest lifts up. 3, to knee center, to foot down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, relift that left knee. Take it out, foot towards you, and then stepping back. Warrior 2. Inhale up, exhale, Skandasana. Inhale up, exhale, warrior 2. Inhale up, exhale, Skandasana. Rotation, stepping in, back leg lifts. 3, single Tadasana, foot down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, let's sit chair proper. Utkatasana proper. Knees about hip distance apart, feet follow along. Chair, we're getting low chair. We're taking this to the ground. Coming down, using hands as you wish, having a seat. Inhale, sit tall onto the sits bone, so not on the back side of them. Try to get onto the front side of them. That may mean the feet go further away. Okay. Lift up the toes, pull the heels towards you, take the arms up, and then challenge the arms up with. Nice alignment here. Knees are pulling in towards you, pretty active front core. Postural muscles for sure in the back. And then exhale, counterbalance, round it out, lower down. Awesome. Inhale, chin to the chest. Exhale, curl up. Keep those heels down, pulling towards you, and lift up. Inhale, tall. Exhale, hollow and round in. Inhale, breath in. Exhale, chin to the chest, tuck in, navel imprint, up through. Awesome. This time, set your feet down. Try to keep those big toes down. Inhale up. Exhale, hollow and lower down. Try to keep those feet down. Inhale, chin to the chest. Exhale, imprint, up. Oh, lean in. So you notice how that changed a little more action on the front of the body throughout. Exhale. Then with that heel emphasis. So now you got a couple of strategies. Exhale. Through, up. Okay, this time, let's see about bringing the legs together. So one leg. For some people, this doesn't make much of a difference. For me, it makes a huge difference. So I don't know, we'll see how you go with it. And for me, always when I bring my feet together, I'm thinking big toes touching and my heels are still a little sliver apart. Works more than turning them out for most because I want to keep my knees together, okay? So I'm really focusing, the feet are down together, but I'm really focusing on the knees. Inhale up, see this already got harder right here, are you kidding me? All right, breathe it in, and then exhale, hollow, and lower down. Try to keep those legs together. Awesome. Inhale, chin to the chest. Exhale, imprint spine, curl up, shoulders up, 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 and then through. Nice, breath here. Exhale, hollow and round. Thinking of that cat shape on the way down. And then exhale, that rounding up. Rolling up and reaching through. Awesome, okay. Now, knees out, butterfly, feet together. I'm gonna say right now, I really like doing this more like a diamond. I need more distance. The closer the feet are in, the much more challenging it becomes. So if you find yourself stuck, right, move the feet away. All right, here we go. Inhale up here. This is not so bad, all good. Let's see how the descent goes. Exhale, tuck in, round in, and coming down. 3, 2, 1, okay. Inhale, chin to the chest. Exhale, imprint, up. 3, 2, 1. Nice, breath in. Exhale, down. 3, 2, 1. Breath in, and imprint, exhale. 3, 2, 1. And release. All right, legs out. Legs out, sit tall, sit bones wide. Okay, so I think the other ones you can, I'm hoping that you felt some difference of rolling onto the sits bones and tucking under the sits bones, right? When we come to a full spinal roll up, this is what we're gonna do, a roll up and a roll down. It becomes much more obvious. Why? Because we're adding this fold. And when we add the fold, we need those sits bones drawing back, those legs lengthening back, the hips moving back. But when we come back and then go under, I need to tuck my tail and reach it towards my heels. And then I need to rotate up and over the top of it. So really so much of it is stemming. We get really concerned about lifting the shoulders, but really it's what's happening in the pelvis, of the pelvic tilt, tucking under and spilling forward, okay? So here we go. My 2 caveats are that I'm gonna actually show you. Don't kick your legs to get you up, okay? I'm gonna show you the other way to get up and you'll see it's not easy. It's still work, it's not a cheat. Inhale here, okay? And then exhale, hollow, round, and then lower down, okay? So here we are. Now, this is the first, so we're gonna do, break this down. Inhale, chin to the chest, exhale, imprint, okay? Lift up as high as you can, pause, so as high as you can, shoulders, not full roll up. And then arms right by your sides, forearms down, and then push into the elbows, into the hands to come up, spill the hips forward, right? It's work. Inhale up here. If you want to come down in the reverse, exhale, tuck. You're still working down. You're going to try to get the elbows down and then the rest of the body. You might prefer the counterbalance of the arms, okay? Inhale, fingers to the sky, chin to the chest. You go as high as you can. Do not kick the legs. Keep anchoring. Bring the hands by your sides or find your way the rest of the way. Power up, sits bones rock back, and you move forward. Inhale up tall, right? You've got that pelvis in a nice place to be tall. Exhale, you gotta tuck it under as you come on down. Inhale, chin to the chest. Exhale, imprint, up. And then forward fold. Inhale, half. Nice. Exhale, cross those ankles. Let's come onto our belly. We're gonna do some low cobras to Sphinx. Hopefully stretch out that front body that's been working for you guys. All right. So lengthening out here, tops of the legs lengthen away, knees lengthen away, tops of the feet are down. all that feels pretty spacious, okay? Hands are down, and the hands are sliding down by the ribs, the waist, squeezing those shoulder blades away from the ears. The elbows are low. Good, good, good. And then the elbows are reaching towards your heels or your hips or whatever you want to think there, okay? So they're hugging in just slightly. That's the strength. Don't turn the neck, just lift up the chest. Pull the belly off the mat, draw your pubic bone into the mat, firm the legs, press the tops of the feet into the mat. And then bring the hands out from underneath, prop yourself up, Sphinx pose. Sphinx pose. I'm gonna see if you can get grippy on the mat, pull the chest through, push it away. You're trying to get your navel off the mat. Why hold that pubic bone, the lower portion of the pelvis is still on the mat. Nice broad collarbones from here, flip the palms, lifting up, back of the hands, trying to get the thumbs down. And then lift the hands, so you're just on your elbows, right? Lower them down so they hover. Keep pressing, so don't lose that length that you got. And then the next would be to turn the hands out wide. Right, so widening out the hands, the elbows are there. Like you got these trays and you're trying to feed people on the sides. Staying with 2. Bring those palms back down. Nice little rotation. And if it feels right to you, keep climbing up, seal. If that is just too intense in one spot, we'll half seal, right? Or stay with Sphinx. Exhale, down. Awesome, okay, left hand crosses over. We're gonna see about grabbing the feet behind, okay? And we're really working to get extension from the top of the hip down through the knee, okay, that whole line. So to do that, I really want to put the emphasis again on grounding through the pubis bone, the pelvis, right, and the pelvic bones, okay? So if I bend the knee and the hip lifts off, it's just, it happens for most or a lot, right? You're just only going to bend it as much as you can keep that down if you can, okay? So you're going to bend around, see about reaching, grabbing if you want, and then you can press, and you're trying to keep that hip point down. You can come up higher, trying to, again, keep that hip point down. The heel eventually will come on the outside of the hip, and then the fingers will turn to face forward. Half frog. You can get one more breath here, and then release your way up. Okay, gonna switch it over to the other side. Again, you want to feel really long through the top of the quad all the way through to get started. And then you're going to see about picking up the foot. I can hook it with a strap, right? And if I hook it with a strap, I'm good. I don't have to go any further, but I'm emphasizing here the top of my hip coming down. Right? If it continues through, I'm still trying to keep that hip point down and the length through the quad to hip flexor group. Staying with 3 more breaths. See if you can release a little effort of your quadricep. You don't need to work it. We tend to tense up on it pretty automatically. See if you can let it soften a little bit. And then release your way out. Okay, come on up, hands and knees. And then gently find yourself seated first. Don't need to go to child's pose yet, just sit. We just shortened what was being stretched. And then we're gonna come forward and do into lightning bolt. So lightning bolt is a half virasana, one at a time, and then we'll see about putting them together. I'm gonna lean to my right side and pull my left foot out, and then I'm gonna come back up on top. And then here's where those props may come in handy, right? Ideally, the heel is gonna be on the outside because this is just what we were heading towards in that half frog. So the lift on the left should help to balance out your hips so you feel neutral, not crooked, okay? A block can serve well too. Maybe the blanket is not enough, or if you're comfortable coming down, you're really working balance as much as you can in those hips, okay? So here we are, knee stays down, knees stay towards each other, not that right knee flying out to the side. Be in your pose right here, hands can support, Forward folding can be pretty nice, or we're going back. I'm taking it back, right? And as you do, right, we tucked tail under, just like when we did the roll ups and the roll down, same stuff happening here for the pelvis, okay? You can stay here on the elbows or come all the way down. Again, as long as the knee stays down and in, and those hips are staying as balanced as possible. And then if you like, I like this. Seems like just a little extra that often all I need is then to take my right foot and weight it on the left leg. Like somebody kind of sitting on it for me. And all that should do should kind of calm the system and actually help you find maybe a little more length, a little more ease. If it does not, it is not the right add-on. Last couple of breaths. And then similar to how we got up, like send that leg out first if you had a bent, in the roll up if you were all the way down, right? And we use those elbows, it's the same thing. Shoulders hike up high, and then the forearm elbows are there. And then walking back, take your time. It's a lot of load on that, on the lower back connectors, okay? And then lean it over to the left. Right leg comes on out. Knee recirculates. And we'll go to the other side. All right, foot comes to the outside, leaning over, using whatever prop you need to adjust. Sometimes it just takes, you know, a little bit of going, okay, let me get into the position, and then maybe you can minimize the prop. I like blankets for that because they're easy to adjust the height. Right? Blocks are kind of all or nothing, right? Again, taking everything kind of slow in this observance of how's it going. Can I keep my knee down? Do I need to tuck the tail, right? If you're adding on that recline, check out your hip height. See if you can find a little more balance. I have to purposefully kind of draw my left one down a little bit here. And then maybe coming down. Yeah. I can always adjust with the right foot. There's another one. Put my right foot on the left knee, or I could bring my right foot up. Lengthen it out. Rest it on top. Drop it out. Once again, we're down to our last couple of breaths. And protecting the neck first, lengthen to the back, like a little double chin. Hike the shoulders up, prop the elbows, make your way. Take your time, and then press up. Lean to the right, pull the left leg out. And then have a block, please. And we're lowering down onto the back. All right. Bending the knees. Take a moment to do a reset of bridge. So inhale, lift. And then exhale, lower down with control. Right, nice alignment, okay. The next time you lift, placing the block under, and we're taking the legs up. So we're doing legs up the wall without a wall, unless you want to wiggle yourself towards a wall. So from here, when we do it this way, it's different than the bridge. So we actually are a little higher on the back with the block, and I should even say on the back, sorry, higher on the pelvis, okay, higher on the pelvis. So when we do the long extended legs, we really have the block way towards the tailbone, the very, very base. When we do the legs up, we actually want that tailbone to kind of drop in space at the end. So it doesn't need to be big. I'm still on the back of my pelvis. I'm not in my back. I'm gonna pull up my shirt so you can see where my pants hit, right? I'm really just kind of hitting right below that belt line and waistline of my pants. And then there's a little bit of space for the hip to tailbone to drop off. And hopefully that sets up your legs pretty stackable without folding, rounding, or compressing in the waist, okay? And then the arms, totally up to you. I know the legs gotta work, but try to relax the feet if you can. And again, this sense of just being, right? When you come to these longer holds, we don't want to feel as if we're struggling, right? Especially this end of the practice. We're closing things out, we're changing up this blood flow, and we're seeing if they can just kind of hold themselves in space. And if you're thinking that's crazy, I thought it was kind of crazy for a long old time, and then eventually it wasn't crazy and it kind of worked. So let's rest with it here. All right. Draw one knee in, draw the other knee, and then set 2 feet on the floor. Okay. Bridge. Now here's that little adjustment. Lift, slide the block a little lower, feel it lengthen through the lower back as well, and then extend the legs out. Make sure that block is low enough towards the tail. No pinching in the lower back. Again, arms become your choice. And the longer you're here, the less you're trying to do. All right, let's bend the knees. Preparing to lift, push through the feet, remove your block, and lower down. Just be here. Take your feet wide, knock them in or leave them neutral, or extend the legs out. The neutral spine for a moment. Full neutral spine if your legs were not already out. Now extend them all the way out. Turn the palms up. We'll do a final twist at the end of the Shavasana, but here we are simply resting. Soften the belly. Let the feet flop open, a little wider than hips maybe. Yawn. Sigh. Me. Bring the feet together, stretch the arms out overhead. Bring the left foot onto the right thigh. Left arm will drop out towards the side or diagonally overhead. And come to a little spinal twist here. And shift yourself back through the mid. Changing out the legs, changing out the arms, and twisting. As you come back through, see about maybe both knees coming in, hugging them out. And rock yourself and find your way, rock to your favorite side. Arm overhead this time, supporting you to lift all of that. Meeting with hands at heart. Thank you, yogis. Have a wonderful evening. I look forward to catching you soon. Be well, eat well, and take care of those around you. Namaste.